up, Sauce Gang, and welcome back to the channel. Hot Sauce Beats here with another dope reaction for you. Well, this is something that you guys have been asking for a hot minute, and that is just not Mumbo Jumbo and Grian content together, but Minecraft Redstone versus building. That is right, Mumbo versus Grian. Now, this is a two-part video. They did a video on Mumbo's channel and a video on Grian's channel. We're gonna be reacting to the one on Mumbo's channel first, and then next week we're gonna be checking out the one on Grian's as well. And fam, as usual, make sure you show Mumbo and Grian some love. Go to their channel, subscribe to the channel, and like the original video. I'm beyond hyped for this. You guys know I love it whenever Mumbo and Grian are in a video together. And this is something, right? Grian's amazing at building. Mumbo's amazing at redstone. Who wins the battle? But I'm beyond hyped for this, and if you enjoy my reaction, please help support the channel by smashing that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps out the channel. But enough talking. Let's get to reacting and roll that bomb ass in.
Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Hot Sauce Beats is finally here. Eat, sleep, make beats. Eat, sleep, make beats.
Hot Sauce Beats. Woo-hoo! It's game time.
Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome to Redstone versus Building
Mumbo.
with Grian.
Hello, it's about
Grian.
time, it's happening.
Yeah, it's finally happening.
I was about to say, his voice sounds definitely different, and then I saw that I'm
Had this video planned for months now and we finally got everything together. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at 10 Minecraft categories and we're going to have a fun and friendly competition. I repeat, fun and friendly. Down in the comment section, I can see the war zone already beginning.
For the comment section and Twitter, this is fun and friendly. No hating allowed.
Fun and friendly.
No shots fired.
No.
It's just friendly competition.
Yes, exactly. And we're going to be comparing how we approach each different thing with building and redstone. So obviously I'm going to be doing the redstone stuff.
This is gonna be
and
really
Grian
cool.
is going to be covering all of the building things. Now, in my video, we're going to be covering 5 of them, and Grian will also have his video where he's going to be covering the other 5. So you can check them out on each channel.
I will also say, fam, they do a really good job of collaboration, like how they find a really fun idea and they do a video on each other's channels. It's a really good way to do it.
And just remember, we want to re-clarify this. This is all fun and games. This is all fun and games
anyways,
before
bro.
all of you get all militant down in the comment section. We are friends. Look, we can stand really close to one another. See, look, that you wouldn't see enemies doing that sort of thing. But remember, I'm definitely going to win. Okay, right, let's get started. So the first one is going to be traps. Now, this is interesting. I mean, yours looks really, really cool, if you're asking me.
What do you mean? No, it doesn't look really cool. I intentionally made a terrible looking hut because the type of trap that I've made is a building trick and not a redstone trick.
Right. Well, I mean, I think it looks really cool. I love jungle biomes. Jungle biomes for me are like one of the coolest biomes.
I like
but also,
jungle biomes too.
This still looks cooler than a lot of my builds before you start saying things like that.
It's really, really difficult in Minecraft to build at
So we talking about like a death trap? What kind of trap's gonna be inside this little
minuscule
box?
scale. So this is about as small as you can physically get
box.
inside a house. Like 3 by 3 is about the bare minimum.
3 by 3.
So what I've made here is an intentionally like starter house looking house.
Right.
It is meant to look like someone has had their first night here.
Yeah.
And it's basically meant to tempt you inside, and I'll let you explore it and experience the trap for yourself, and I'll explain how it works.
So we've got an anvil, we've got some torches. The only other thing that we've got is a chest, which, from my years of playing Minecraft, seems a bit dubious to me, but I'm going to open it, and yes, that was to be expected.
Goodbye!
So did you use, how did you do that? Did you use torches under the sand, or was it?
No torches. This is a very, I think, unknown trick in Minecraft, actually.
Okay.
I think I've actually shown this on my channel before, but I still don't see people using it. Now, I have actually used a little bit of redstone just to update the blocks.
That's totally fine.
So the idea is to create some floating sand or gravel.
Yeah.
Now, you know for a fact that when you're like exploring around in the world, you see sand and you just have to punch it, right? You just have to punch it. So what we can do is a little trick where you put 2 block of too high plant.
Yep.
And if you remove the bottom half and not the top, it leaves the sand floating.
You know what's hilarious? I totally...
Fam, Is this still a thing? I've never heard or seen this. Like, this is crazy. I mean, yes. There's so many traps you can make with this like this. Huh. See, this is why I love it. You learn something new every time.
Thought that had been removed. Like, I was 100% certain that was gone. Because, do you want to see something interesting here? I'm sure you already know about this one, but for those of you who are watching, if you get string, okay, so if we quickly, I mean, we're going to have to do, but string, so if you place string on top of a block, can you actually see that string? Not really. You'd have to really be looking for it. But that string, when you walk over it, actually causes updates. So you could have string on top of that sand there, and when you walk over it, it would drop.
Oh, because it's essentially like let's call it a lever, right? So whenever you walk on it, it's going to update that it's being moved. Okay.
I mean, obviously, when you place it, it's going to fall. That's why I didn't do it.
If I place this underneath, we're making...
Yeah, this is cutting edge right here.
This is cutting edge Minecraft right here.
Fam.
Yeah, look,
so I do that, and you walk over... Oh, genius. So you don't even need the trap chest. You could just walk in and a tripwire would cause it all to go.
I mean, I did not realise... I didn't realise that was still in the game. I thought that had been removed ages ago, so you've actually taught me something new there. That's very impressive.
So yeah, that is the building technique. No redstone needed. Just need some tall grass or rose bush or whatever. Do you know what? It could have been removed, but we are in an slightly older version, but I don't think it has.
No, I don't think it has. I think it was removed. Well, I thought it was removed probably like a year or two ago. So you've caught me by surprise here. Now I'm actually using a kind of
I think you can also clearly tell which build is Grian's and which build is Mumbo Jumbo's.
similar technique to.
This looks like this is off of some video that Mumbo made, like how many farms can you fit in a 4x4 box or something?
I'm actually using updates to activate the trap. Now, just before you start, I'm just going to go down to the bottom and activate this thing that is the biggest lag causer on the server. And if you wouldn't mind just roaming around on this area of stone. Now, you can probably tell, the block that I kind of want you to stand on, but I'll let you do the honors and walk around as if.
Do you want me to? Oh my god. Oh, wow. I didn't expect it just to go from standing on it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That was so fast as well. There was no reaction time there. As soon as I was on it, I was down. And I'm going through hell right now.
Yeah.
You don't quite understand. Well, you do understand because you made this, but this is hell. There is...
He's like, wait, you do understand because you made this death
There's no escape for me.
I can't even make my way in.
This is the most in-your-face, haha, I got you trapped in the world.
If you want me to quickly explain how it works, so you see this redstone dust is doing that thing there where it's got the particles around it and it's kind of shiny.
Yeah, I know that when you like touch it, it sort of makes it go off and it actually produces a little bit of light as well.
Yeah, so that is actually a block update, and what we're doing is we're detecting that using the piston underneath, and then it activates a trapdoor which opens up and you just drop straight through.
Well, I've got to admit, I'm going to concede that point to you because I really felt ashamed of myself when I fell in there. Even though I knew it was coming, I knew that there was a trap, and I still felt embarrassed.
All right, fantastic. I will.
Okay, so let's play along. I'm kind of giving the point to Grian here. I like his trap better than Mumbo's just because I feel like Grian's trap is more realistic in regards to trapping somebody, whereas Mumbo's, oh sorry, I got hiccups. You have to physically go on that one block, which I'm not saying you can't, or dang it, you can't set people up to do.
I will take the point, so that is 1 point to me and 0 to you at this point in time. But I can't help but think.
Wow.
I saw this thing out of my peripheral vision as you were doing the traps.
Peripherals.
This is the entrance category, okay? So entrances are a big part of Minecraft, especially to your base. Whether you're a redstone or a builder, an entrance is your first impression of what you've made.
Facts.
And what I have here is the Arch de Grian.
Yeah. I mean, this is... When I was building mine...
It even has little Grian faces! Shut the front door, fam! What? You got just a massive amount of redstone.
I thought it was big. I was like, this is a huge redstone build, it's massive.
Not even
It
close.
could fit inside one of the legs of this thing, Grian. Like, it genuinely could.
Death trap.
Probably
This
fit.
is, in the building world, this is what we call a mega build. it means that the scale of it has been toned up like times 10 essentially. And we could make an arch smaller, but the smaller you build in Minecraft, the harder it is to pinpoint the shape. So what people tend to do is build in this mega build style where you can get really flush shapes and lots of arches and lots of these like overhangs. You see here, you've actually got 5 blocks worth of depth of it sticking out. Now, if you did that at a smaller scale, your building would look completely top heavy. So this build is more about scale than it is the way it looks. Believe it or not.
I mean, it looks amazing, and it's definitely got the scale to back it up as well. This is,
and it's got little green faces on it.
I had noticed those. Those are
awesome.
Well, you say little, but look, you're standing next to it. It's about 7 times the size of you as a person.
It's about as small as you can make a head in Minecraft.
His eyeball is the size of Grian. Fam, this is so nice.
Yeah, it is the arch degree, and I am very proud of this one. It's definitely the biggest one out of the whole 10 categories.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've tried my best. I have also done the biggest thing that I could possibly build, but unfortunately, I've been outscaled by you. But that being said, the redstone to build big doors gets exponentially harder the bigger you go, because obviously when you start getting blocks to the left in the middle here, you have to move these blocks out the way and move this block out the way as well, but also just extending the pistons down to pick up these blocks. Like, you're having to power a piston that is here. Now, that is difficult because you have to get the piston to there, and B, you actually have to power it. And to do that, we're doing moving observers and everything like that. So if you hit the button, you can see the closing. The closing's actually...
Oh, no, you left a block in there!
Did he break it?
Amazingly...
but I couldn't save it.
Amazingly, it didn't actually break too much. So there we go. It's also a robust. It's a robust door. That could have gone horribly wrong. But also, if we hit this button here, this is where the magic happens. Because if you just watch what has to happen.
Oh my goodness! And is that about as big as it goes? Is there, like, if you had to do one more, surely it would be almost.
So yeah, if you go any bigger, you got to do a flying machine. I mean, that's. I'm not a fan of this one, fam. I don't like you being able to see. I don't like the fact that the piston has to drop down. I'm not really vibing with
It's impossible to power a piston in the
definitely
middle of
point
this
to Grian.
gap.
No, people do it. I'm not talented enough, but you get some crazy people in the Minecraft Redstone community. I don't actually know what the record is at this current point in time. I remember someone built a 30 by 12 piston door. That was a couple years ago, so it must have gotten bigger since then.
At what point is it overkill? That's what I want to know. At what point is it overkill?
To be honest, at this point, it is kind of overkill. Like, can you imagine building this? It's a bit pointless to build a door like this, because to make this look good would almost be impossible. Because what you have to remember is that the door in an actual build.
Yeah, you'd have to hide it in a gigantic cube.
Yeah, it's gonna be set back this far. So your entrance is gonna be all the way out here, but the actual door itself is going to be right the way back here, which isn't
there's
particularly
very limited
pretty.
Designs that will work with that problem in mind.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's still impressive from a technical aspect, because the amount of redstone and observer blocks and pistons that are involved in this are crazy.
Well, I thank you very much, but you win. Like, there's no way that I am standing next to this gigantic behemoth of a redstone of a build and not letting you win this one. So you've definitely won with the arch degree.
I got Grian.
Yours is really technically. I know what you mean, because yours is really technically sound and it's awesome. But when you like step back and just compare them, you're like, eh.
Yeah, I think it's quite obvious who the winner is on this one.
All right, we got 1 point apiece then. The storage was a bit of a difficult one to tackle as a builder, because those of us that use creative don't typically need storage.
Of course, that's very true. I kind of hadn't thought of that, actually. I'm used to building loads of storage systems, whereas I'm guessing, creative builders, it's all just inside you.
Creative. So what? So fam, this is as you guys know, I've just recently, like this, or I guess last year, started getting into Grian and Mumbo. What was Grian a creative builder prior to Hermitcraft? Is Hermitcraft when he got into survival? 'Cause, I mean, that's what they made it sound like with that.
Which is
statement
a
Yeah,
right
horrible
it's
there, so
all
I'm kinda
about the look of
confused.
it, and that sort of. So I
gotta-
basically
I
had to
got a
come up with something
feeling
a little
like Mumbo's
bit more
gonna
just
win this one.
creative. So we just
Because yeah, Mumbo's probably gonna put some sort of an item sorter for his storage, and Redstone just makes. Even though I don't know much about Redstone, but I do know it just helps with sorting and storage.
sort of did
better.
a storage section with chests inside a giant chest, and
Please
it's kind of
tell me.
similar to yours with just chests everywhere.
See, now
Yeah,
I'm
Mumbo's
deducting
definitely gonna
points
get
here
this.
a little bit because if all of these chests were filled with more chests, that would have been great.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I regret.
You've
Oh,
missed out.
no.
You've missed out on that.
Very
You've
true.
Missed out on that. Oh no! Chest full of chests full of chests.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect. I could have even done shulker boxes full of chests.
Oh yeah, you could have gone. You could have gone right the
I
way
could
down
have
the
gone
rabbit hole on that
mental.
one.
Oh, I am
You
ashamed.
dropped the ball,
But
Grian.
well done for you picking up on that. Oh, man.
All right, let's take a look at mine. Now, mine is, I mean, for those of you who have seen my YouTube
so
channel
this is gonna have
before,
an
you'll
item
probably
sorter.
recognize this design simply because this is the standard storage system. So what this is,
Standard. This is normal for you.
yeah, this is like regular.
Normal.
This is a regular storage system that I have in pretty much
this
every single
normal?
one of my bases. So what it does is it automatically sorts out the items. So say for example, I want to have comparators. I've got comparators in my inventory. We place them. No, see, Grian, you can't just put items in there that aren't. This is a limited size storage system.
I thought it was magic.
well,
What's it going to do with my items?
It's maybe
Oh, it's going to bin them.
if no, they're just gonna loop around for the next 5 minutes now.
I'm sorry, I had to.
That's all right. Okay, let's use items that are actually in the storage system. So, for example, comparators, you can see they'll go up like this, and
This is
they
so
will
cool.
make their way into the hoppers. Have you never
This
seen
is
one?
so cool.
Have you never seen one of those
this
item
before.
elevators before?
No, never.
Oh, they are the best.
Is
So-
it just full of glass and it's just being pushed to the top?
Yeah, so you basically have a dropper facing upwards down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see this. We'll do some terraforming down at the bottom here. So all we have is
Let's
we've
do
got
some
this little
terraforming.
dropper right here that you can see, and that
Yeah.
points straight upwards into the blocks. And then you have this redstone circuit, which looks weird and complicated, but all that's doing is it's essentially detecting when blocks are inside the dropper, and then it activates a redstone clock, so it automatically fires them out, and then it sends them up into the glass.
And then the rest of it is just water, and then it drops in the hopper, or was it a dropper or hopper? It drops in the hopper that
Drops in the hopper.
matches what item it is. That is genius.
That is amazing.
Yeah, straight
Definitely
up you
a point
win.
to
Not only
Mumbo.
did you have an idea to improve mine, yours is just blowing my mind. I really need to play more Minecraft Survival.
Yeah, it's a fun one to play with.
Yeah, fam, let me know. I didn't know Grian was a creative Minecrafter. I didn't even know that was a thing. Honestly,
This is good for you won't get this technology on the
I mean, I guess for like videos like this, I can see stuff, tutorials being done in creative.
Evo
but-
server
okay,
for
okay.
probably another
Definitely
3
not.
years.
Okay.
But it's good for the time being.
Do you know what? In Evo at the moment, the chests aren't even. They don't even like open. They're still just a block.
Oh
A
yeah,
solid
of
block.
course. Oh blimey,
Still
you
a
really are
solid
back in the
block.
dark ages.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, let's head over here. The next one. What is it? You're at 2 points up. You're 1 point up. You're 2 to 1.
2
Again, I got Grian. It's 2-1 Grian.
to 1. Okay. Right. Decoration.
Decoration. Now,
of
mine might not
redstone
look like much
decoration
from the outside, but if we take a look on the inside,
Oh my what? What?
so yeah, it doesn't look like much on the outside. But what we've got here, yeah, you've probably not seen this
end
before.
crystal
On the
chandelier?
Grian network, we've got some clever armor stand plugin that lets you make models within the game using blocks. So what we've got here is a bunch of little models that really just enhance the decoration of a building.
This is bonkers. I'm straight away. My eyes went
chandelier's
straight up
insane.
to these
Weird chandeliers.
crazy chandeliers. Yeah, I didn't even know how to describe it. That's insane. And then
But
you
we've
have
also
this.
got plenty of the vanilla ones as well. So we've got cabinets, bookcases, side
Yeah.
shelves or whatever. We got this is a custom head on top of an end rod, and that makes a pretty cool lamp.
Wow,
That is really cool.
Whoever's rocking the skin that has this head on
Yeah,
it.
I know, right?
that is amazing. That looks
If
incredible.
you come through here, this is one of my favorite build techniques ever. Is if you mirror a room on the other side, you can make a mirror.
Oh wow, that looks amazing as
Essentially.
well.
Oh, there is no reflection because we're vampires, of course.
No, of course.
But
That looks fantastic.
as you can tell, it's identical.
That's really smart. That's a really, that's a really, really smart way of doing it. And that looks, oh, that is spot on.
That is.
I want to also point out this is a very, very minor thing, but I absolutely love using anvils and item frames to make them look like drawers, like proper drawers with handles on them and stuff. So this little chest of drawers here is, I don't know, it's just a really neat little decoration tip. Using doors, trap doors, item frames, and signs.
Fam, I've never seen that. I've never, I mean, to make a dresser, that's pretty dope. That's like really cool.
It's just something you perhaps wouldn't consider, but it works really well.
I love the open drawer as well. That's such a nice touch. Just having that drawer open there, it really sells it as a thing, as opposed to just a piece.
It almost even looks like a filing cabinet, right?
Decoration.
Like
It's like, that's
filing
chest of drawers.
cabinet.
One thing that I've learned from watching you is that if you can instantly recognize what it is, then you've done a good job. Like,
Yes.
that's
what
the way
is
to do it.
this? Probably not great.
Wow,
So this is just like a normal room, but there's a few cool little tips here. This is a good one. This is like a little footrest, but it's obviously two halves of the same bit of bed.
Yep. Oh, wow.
And they're just put back to back. Obviously, some of these things aren't vanilla, but in this day and age, we have the tools to help us decorate things.
Of course.
On servers in particular. So I did want to include some things that you perhaps wouldn't have seen before.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Look
for
at
sure.
this kitchen chat. What? Oh my god! I love the power railing. It makes it look like a stove in an oven.
There's tons of stuff that I personally haven't seen. Like, for
What?
example, I'd never seen this technique. I'd never really seen, to be honest, in terms of vanilla stuff, the mirror, genius. That's absolutely ingenious. I can already tell you've won just because of that, and also because of the cabinet as well. Those sorts of
look at
things.
this
It's just
library.
smart techniques for making things look cool that I personally would never
another
think
one.
of.
There's one last thing to really top it all off. If you come up here, or
Yeah.
come here, right, and then look up,
Wow. Oh, that looks amazing.
it's like a planetarium in your
Yeah.
house.
Oh my word.
Ow!
All right, I'm seriously interested. Let's see what you've done.
Now, look, okay, I think it should go without saying, right?
Okay.
Redstone isn't a decorative.
Yeah, right. The whole time I've been thinking, I'm like, okay, like this is really cool, but I'm like, what is Mumbo gonna do with redstone? I could see, things like popping up and disappearing, but
Okay, well, you don't use redstone for decorating, so I really did have my work cut out for me. I'm even
agree.
a bit embarrassed to turn around.
Go show them. Show them what you've
wanna show
made.
you.
Because even I am like, yeah, this is a little. You just gave up at this point.
Yeah, it was a bit of a. It was just
seriously
like
just
I don't know what to do. I mean, so what I've got. And the worst
just
part
rotating
is that
the
I didn't
colours.
even make an attempt to really compact the redstone. So we've got a massive redstone contraption in reality. Like it's not huge, but it's big for what it does. And it just cycles the blocks around. Do you reckon you could use this? Like, do you reckon if you
No.
had a house, you could have
No,
this
this
somewhere?
Hold on. Grian literally just shut him off. He's like, do you reckon you could use? No. Hold on.
No.
No. Do you reckon you could use this? Like, do you reckon if you
No.
had a house, you could have
No.
this
this
somewhere?
is- no.
No, this is terrible.
No.
Yeah.
This is the
not
ugliest
much
thing I've
into
ever
this.
seen.
Friendly competition, Green.
Friendly competition. This is very, very good, very fun. I definitely win the point. I'm sorry.
How about this?
like I
How about
hate
if I
this
if
so
I do
much.
this?
Yeah, definitely sells it. If it comes with a
This is
dancing
awesome,
Mumbo, it's
chat.
probably worth it.
Okay, brilliant. All right, well,
what do we
we'll
got
still say
next?
that you win the point despite my best efforts.
Yeah,
And we're
let's
gonna
So I got Grian up 3-1 right
Leave
now.
on and
that
pretend like
behind.
we didn't see that. It's the final one. This is the final
The
one out of our
final
5 to
countdown.
look
Oh,
at.
man, I'm
And it's an odd
terrified.
category. Now, when we came up with these categories, we wanted to cover everything that Minecraft has, or problems that you have to
Lighting?
overcome. And lighting is a big one. It's one that you might not think of, but
Yeah.
lighting is quite a big category.
Yeah.
So should we have a look at mine? So what I've got for you is a medieval hall.
Wow.
This looks really impressive. Like, this is. I would like to have dinner here. that's all I'm thinking. Is that I
Oh,
would like to
thank
be
you.
sat at the head of this table with all these lovely lights in front of me, and these crazy chandeliers. I mean, these are detailed. There's lots of stuff going on here.
So, well, with lighting, the main problem to tackle is a large room. So specifically, I made a huge hall that would be dark in the middle and on the walls or whatever, and I've used every technique I know to try and light it up. What's beautiful about this is there's lights that you didn't know were there, and it helps light up the whole thing. So the chandeliers are meant to be there. Even these little candles down here are meant to be there. They're like, you know, table lights.
Yeah.
The fireplace is also one that you might recognize, but it's another light source that people forget about, is you can have a roaring fire.
Fireplace.
However, under the carpets there is glowstone.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That's really behind the pillars.
I should have known that.
Away from the visible part is sea lanterns, and that actually helps light it up. And the other thing that people do forget about is just windows. Plenty of natural light. It does help.
Of course, yeah. Loads of light coming in.
True.
This is a really cool room. As I say, I would love to eat my dinner here. This would be a good spot.
You might notice actually that I didn't light up this wall because I actually got kind of bored making this, and then I made a face on the other side.
I did see that. I was wondering if that was a conscious decision to make.
It was, absolutely was. I was like, I'm not going to make normal windows here. This chimney looks like a nose and a mouth. I'm definitely just going to make some eyes here.
That is horrifying. That looks like. So imagine if you woke up and that was at the end of your bed, just by your feet.
So I can sit at the head of the table and people can look at me in fear.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, this is cool. This is really cool. I've really got my work cut out for me on this one. This is going to be a difficult one to top.
I got a feeling though, like you could do some really cool stuff with redstone, with lighting. I don't know what, but you could like do some kind of like crazy light show maybe.
Originally what I did is I created a system that I call chandelier lighting. So what it does is it will drop, I'll give you a quick example. So it will drop a piece of glowstone or something like that down like this. You'll have a sticky piston here, and then you'll have glowstone on the front of it, and that will extend downwards almost like it's a chandelier. I mean, obviously in a redstone sense. So it will drop down like that, and then you can flick a lever and it will retract it back up inside the room, and it looks really cool, and it's quite cool to have like a hallway. You can walk in and it will drop down all the lights, and
it's a cool idea.
So what it will do is it will retract this completely away, and then it will be hidden away like that. So you wouldn't know the lights are there, and then they suddenly pop out. It is a cool one. But, I mean, I've done that a couple times in the past, and I've built it on the Hermitcraft server a bunch of times, whereas I haven't built something like this. So what it does...
This looks hideous, by the way.
Absolutely it looks hideous. It's meant to be like a horrible, like, almost as if you're an evil person.
Is it... right? Is this like a chandelier and HE double hockey sticks? Is that what this is?
You have this at the top of your build.
It looks like a hive from hell. I'm not gonna lie.
That's kind of what I was going for. So you can activate it. You get all of the fires turning on around the outside. You also get the lava dropping down. So it's like a horrendous, horrible light. And then when you want to turn it off, you just flick this lever, and all of the pistons will extend. It will turn off all the lamps.
Okay, this is really tough for me. I think if you take Grian's build out of the equation and we're just talking about lighting, I think I got to give the point to Mumbo on this. But if you take Grian's build into account, then I would give Grian the point. But I think I like this better. Like I think it's cool.
And also all of the lava gets removed as well. It causes massive lag spikes as well.
It's pretty cool. It is really cool. It's just absolutely bizarre design.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing is, I built it out of iron and all the wool stuff that you've seen earlier on, and I was like, it doesn't really sell the evil look. I was trying to go for an evil look with the lighting. You don't have a giant fire chandelier in like a lovely, nice house. You have it in a horrible,
very true.
place. So I had to go all neathery and ugly. That was my idea.
It's terrifying.
Intentionally ugly.
Yeah, it kind of looks
like
it looks like an apple from hell.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. And you could definitely use something like this, maybe with a slightly better shell around it. In the nether. If you had a gigantic nether build, you could create something like this.
You would
have
need something massive
maybe,
for that to be
potentially. Maybe. But I think for you, I think just looking at the pair of them, I think you're the winner on this one. I don't think there's any doubt in my mind who wins this one.
Oh, so that's
Mumbo.
3 points to me.
Yes, unfortunately, I've just conceded a loss because my apple from hell just doesn't quite compete with your. It's not over. Yeah, no. What you have to remember is that it's not over yet because we still have another 5 left to go that is going to be going on your YouTube channel. So we still don't know who's won. You may have won this one, Grian, but in your video, I could get 5 and you could get 0 and you could still be the loser.
I doubt it. Friendly competition.
Friendly competition. Remember, friendly competition. So I would highly suggest checking that one out. There'll be a link to that one down in the description if you do want to take a look. I really do hope that you enjoyed all of these Redstone and also general builds as well. It's been a lot of fun. So thank you ever so much for joining me, and also thank you for producing these wonderful, wonderful things that you've made for this video.
No worries.
Let's go, chat. Let me bring you in here. Jeez Louise. This, chat. I see why so many of you have been requesting this 2-video series from Mumbo and Grian. Like I said, this one's obviously on Grian's, or sorry, this one's on Mumbo This one is on Mumbo Jumbo's channel. The next one is on Grian's channel. We're gonna be what am I cannot talk tonight. Jeez. It was a long day. It was literally like -10 with the wind chill today. I worked outside for 8 hours. I was freezing. This first one is on Mumbo Jumbo's channel. Next week, we'll check out the video that's on Grian's channel. This was awesome. Chat, let me know who did you think won this video on Mumbo's? Again, I had Grian 3-2, but I had Grian winning the first one and Grian losing the last one, and they had it vice versa. But this was awesome. And again, like, I didn't know about the sand trap. And I'll tell you that my favorite thing, even though I didn't have Grian winning, because I didn't count the build, just the lighting, but his last build, that hall, that was beautiful. Like, I want that. I want that in this massive castle. I want this hall where, you know, we can have everyone on the server at, and we just sit there and eat, you know, kind of like, you know, the Game of Thrones the Red Wedding, and just everyone gets assassinated. But yeah, chat, let me know in the comments who did you have win in this video, and which one did you think was your favorite. Again, next week we'll be checking out the video that's on Grian's channel. I had an absolute blast. Make sure you show Grian and Mumbo Jumbo some love by subscribing to their channel and liking the original video. And if you enjoyed my reaction, please help support the channel by smashing that subscribe and like button. It's absolutely free and it greatly helps out the channel. Enjoy the rest of your day, and remember, it's eat, sleep, and make beats, and as usual, be kind of one and another. And that's all I got. Boom, I'm out. Kind of beloved is all king. Peace out, fam. I love you.